Hi guys, and welcome back to the Canadian Glam Mam channel. Glam Mam here, and as you can see by the title, today's look is a Cruella de Vil Disney inspired tutorial. So, as you can probably tell, I have the foundation laid out to do this look. You can pair pretty much any blush with this look, so I'm really just going to concentrate on the eyes and the lips. Now, in the cartoon version of 101 Dalmatians, Cruella has green eyes, really crazy circular half-moon shaped eyebrows, and really bright red lips. I am not going to base my look on that. I am going to base my look on the live version of the remake of 101 Dalmatians, where she is wearing a bronzy, coppery tone eyeshadow, still the iconic red lips, but they're a little bit more muted. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and let's just get into it. So I've already primed my eyes, and I used the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade 604 Milk. To set that NYX eye pencil, I'm going to be using the Carli Bybel palette from Beige Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the lightest color in the palette, and I'm just going to use that to set the shadow. And I'm just going to be using a wide, fluffy blending brush to do that with. Because the NYX pencil is a cream pencil, I'm just lightly tapping the shadow into that to set it so it will not crease before I blend it. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. So lightly tapping that back and forth and blending out. So for this look, she has a very defined crease, very defined outer corner, and then coppery, bronzy look on the eyelid with a really light pop of corner in the inner eye to open the eye. So for this, I'm going to be taking, I'm going to be using this brown shade right here, working into this plum color right here and buffing that all in my crease and really blending it out. So starting with the lighter of the two on a blending brush, and these brushes are from B&H. I'm going to start with the brown shade, and I'm going to start on the outer corner and slowly buff that in windshield wiper motions into my crease. I'm not going to bring it all the way down because I do want this inner corner to remain open. So I'm just going to go to the parallel of my eyebrow and stop right there. Placing this lighter color before I go in with the darker color is really going to ensure that everything is going to blend seamlessly. Now in this look too, she brings that reddy, coppery bronze color all the way up under her eyebrows, but because I am making a wearable Disney look, something that you can wear out to the public and feel confident and comfortable wearing, I'm not going to bring it as high. I am going to leave this space underneath my brow open so that I can place a highlight in there. So again, doing the same thing on the other eye, grabbing that brown shade, starting on the outer corner, and just lightly bringing that in till the parallel with my eyebrow, leaving the inner corner open. This is going to define that crease, but also leave a base color for that next shadow to really blend in. Now, using that same brush, I'm going to dip into that plum color. And again on the outer corner. And bring it into that same thing, just layering that right on top of that shadow that we just placed. And I'm really trying to concentrate on the outer corner to place the pigment first, the shadow first, so you have the darkest shade on the outer corner and then slowly buff it in towards the inner corner. Like so. And do the same thing on the other side. So you should have something that looks like this, and just make sure you blend back and forth. And I'm going to take that first brush that we used to place that original color, that light shade, and then just kind of go over top of it without any extra product, and this is just going to help blend out any of the harsh lines that may be there. Like so. I'm going to set this palette aside, and I'm going to be picking up the eyeshadow palette by City Color. This is the 24 shadow palette that I just recently purchased. And to really darken up that outer corner, I'm going to start by placing this lighter brown on the outer corner and then go in with this darker brown right here. So again, picking up some of that brown shade, the lightest one of the two. I'm just going to really concentrate on the outer V and really darken this up. And again, the reason why I start with the lighter color instead of just going to the darker color right away is so that it'll blend evenly. Darker colors tend to be a little bit more tricky to blend if you're putting them on a light skin tone right off the bat. So again, concentrating on that outer V and just buffing that all in there like so. Now I'm going to save the darker color for last to place on, and I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush The one I'm using is the eyeshadow brush by Beige, and I'm going to be grabbing this really pretty shimmer copper color right here, and I'm going to be placing that all in the lid. Oops. So again, I'm just staying right underneath that crease that we set and buffing this all over the eyelid and leaving again the inner corner open because I'm going to pop a highlighter in there and it'll really make this look brighten my eyes. So I'm just staying within that eyelid right underneath that crease, like so. And doing the same thing on the other eye. So you should have something that looks like this, leaving the inner corners open on both eyes so that you can pack in the highlighter color. And then just make sure, again, that everything is blended into just underneath that crease color. Like so. So sorry guys, I didn't have a fur coat for this, so I went with a black and white blouse that I had, because I thought it would suit the video. So for my highlight color, I'm going to be picking this nude shimmer shade and this white yellowy shimmer shade right here. I'm going to be blending the two of these together for an inner corner highlight. More so of the nude skin tone one rather than the white. And I'm just going to place that right on the inner corner. And just kind of buff it upwards, like so. I'm finding that's almost a little too light, so I'm going to go in with these two and kind of mix them and place that in there. That's better. Just blending that back and forth and making sure that where your two shadows meet is blended really well so that you're not don't have a straight angled line back and forth. So really just kind of buff that back and forth together. So you should have something like this now. I'm going to grab just a fluffy blending brush that's got a little bit more of a point to it. I'm going to go back into the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm going to pick up this really pretty light eyeshadow right here. And just picking up a little bit on the brush, tapping off the excess. I'm just going to place it right in the corner of my eye, like this, doing circular motions, and then just buff downward and upwards a little bit. And that's just going to have a little bit of more of a highlight and dimension to that inner corner. Like so. And just repeat on the other eye. And just for a little bit more effect, I'm going to take my finger and dip into that same highlighter color we just put on the inner corner, and I'm just going to lightly dab right on the top of the center right there. It's just going to add a little bit more dimension to the eyelid in the center. And just buff that back and forth, like so. Now going back in with that angled brush, I'm going to dip into that darker browned color from the City Color palette and darken up those outer corners. Again, concentrating on the outer V. And I'm bringing just a little bit of it into this crease, blending it upward, like so. So it's really darkening that outer corner, and it's going to make for more of a dramatic look once we put on our liner and our lashes. And just to get rid of any of the harsh lines or anything, go back in with that very first brush that you used with no excess product on it and just really buff over the edge, blending away any of those hard lines. Like so. And now to go in and highlight underneath the brow. I'm going to be taking the lighter shade in the highlighter palette, and I'm going to be using this angled brush right here. Just picking up a small amount of the product, and I'm just going to place it right in this empty space right here underneath my brow, framing the brow. So you should have something like this, and you can see it's a little bit more defined than the other side. And again, repeat the same step. So next I'm going to be taking my Rimmell London Exaggerate eyeliner. This is the liquid eyeliner in the shade 001 100% Black, and this is by Rimmell. This is the felt tip liquid liner. And I'm going to start at the inner corner, but not all the way. I'm not bringing it all the way down. I'm starting where my lashes naturally start to grow. And I'm just lining close to my lash line, but again making it a little bit more bold and exaggerated. And I'm just going to bring that out into a tiny wing. Nothing too crazy. Just again to accentuate that outer corner just a little bit. So you should have something that looks like this. And just repeat the same step on the other eye. No, I don't want a crazy over-defined wing. I just want a very small wing because we are going to overdraw the lower lash line for this look and kind of give it a wing of its own. And just to clean up the edge of that a little bit, I'm going to grab a small angled liner brush. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit concealer in the shade 15 Fair. I'm just going to place a little bit of that on the back of my hand, dipping into it with my angled brush, like so. I'm just going to pick up some of that product and go right underneath from the corner of my eye, out like so, and then just pat it. And that'll just help sharpen up that winged liner on the bottom. Now, I need to find my makeup wipe. You want to wipe off any of the product that you just picked up on that brush, otherwise you're just going to smudge black everywhere. And if I can figure out where I just set that. Oh. Repeat the same thing on the other eye. Again, using that angled brush, picking up some of that product, and just going underneath and cleaning that up, like so. Oops. Again, wipe off that brush. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to be using this gel liner. This is also by Rimmell in the shade 1 Black. Using that angled brush, I'm going to pick up some of the product, wiping off the bulk of it. I'm going to smudge this into my lash line, just to get a rough idea to start with. And for this, once I reach there, I'm going to just gently pull out just a sharp corner, leaving a gap between the two liners. Now I'm going to go back in and really define that. So you should have something like this with that open gap in the center of your eye. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, throw on my mascara and my lashes, and I'll be back. So the mascara that I'm going to be using is the Lash Princess by Essence. And the lashes I'm going to be using, I'm going to be double stacking. And I'm going to be using the Shany Set 1 number 1 that look like this. And the Shany Set 1 number 5 that look like this. So I'm going to be pairing these two together and double stacking them. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and I've decided actually off camera, after I put these lashes on, the Set 1 number 5, that they're dramatic enough that I don't really need to double stack them. So this is the finished eye look. Now this look, you can really pair it with any lip. I wanted to go with a berry kind of color, but not that iconic red really that she wears in the movie. So I'm going to start by lining my lips with the Essence Lip Liner number 7 Cute Pink. Yeah, I really don't think this one's dark enough. So scrap that. I'm going to go in with the Essence Lip Liner number 5 Soft Berry. When I initially first looked at this one, I thought it was too dark, but that's better. And for the lip color, I'm going to be using the Tarte Lip Surgence Lip Cream in the shade Wonder. So this is the final look. The only thing I need to do is set it with a setting spray. And I'm going to go in with the Makeup Setting Spray Fast and Fabulous by Hard Candy. And just allow that to dry and you're done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial on my way of doing a Cruella de Vil inspired look. I'm really actually enjoying these colors. This is personally something I would wear out. But again, these looks aren't for everybody. Tweak it for something that you guys would enjoy wearing. And that is that. So I hope you guys liked this. If you did, remember to give the video a thumbs up, comment below, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hopefully you will do so. Until next time guys, remember to inspire and be inspired. Thanks for watching.